Is traditional retirement dumb? Is it stupid? I'm Kris Krohn, and today we're talking about that. No, man, you're stupid.
Your mom's stupid.
Well, your mom goes to college.
Your mom invests in college.
You're a poo-poo face.
Dumb head, nong-nong.
Do you guys remember third grade and what like backyard, schoolyard bullying looked like? Okay, Steven and I, we're probably going to come across a little bit like we're going to revert to some juvenility, to some ultra youngness, because
it's quite possible.
Because we're talking about retirement systems, and these kind of get us a little bit fired up because the traditional retirement system is so dang broken.
Yes,
it's so frustrating, and our team are having these conversations every day with people like, I'm putting money in my 401k and I'm paying off my house and I'm doing these things. I'm like, It's like, do you know that that system is broken and is guaranteed to never get you where you want to go?
Yeah, so let's talk about it. Why are the traditional retirement platforms stupid? I just said it, okay? I said it, just start out right with that. And let's just talk about it. Most of us are taught our entire lives to put our money in a 401k. Now I want to talk about this 401k because the reality is the 401k was never meant to retire you. Just ask your parents, ask your grandparents, ask anyone you know, how much do you have in your 401k? And even people that have done it right, and I'm saying right in air quotes here, right? People that have done it the right way, they've gone to school, they've gotten the job, they've worked hard, they've put their money away, they've paid down their home. They typically still only have, I mean, even those that have done it really well, they may have what, a couple $100,000 in a 401k? And think about this. If you've been used to making 50 grand a year and you've got a couple $100,000 in a 401k for retirement,
then you're going to retire for 4 years.
You're retired for 4 years. Are people retiring for longer than 4 years?
People these days, modern medicine is keeping us alive forever.
We're indestructible.
No, actually, our quality of life really sucks, and now they're just making it so we can live a suckier life longer.
A suckier life longer. I mean, most people are living 20, 25, 30 years past retirement. So if you've got enough for 4 years, it's just not enough. The system's broken.
Well, and here's the thing that people don't know about 401ks and our financial system. There's no transparency. In fact, 401ks, they are not federally regulated in a manner where they're actually able to charge us 4%. Now, by the way, you're not averaging 4% on your money, but they're getting rich on this multi-trillion-dollar industry, and we're the ones left holding the bag, but it's our own hard-earned money at work. So here's the deal on 401k. Can you touch it? No. Does it pay you a monthly dividend or cash flow? No. Can you control it and tell you where you want to put it? No.
I'm getting depressed.
And I totally get that. If you're watching this video and you have a 401k, or for you young people out there. Now listen, I'll tell you, 401k is brilliant if you have no financial plan. If you have no plan,
it's a savings bucket.
Then it is a savings bucket, and that's great for people. But you're on Limitless Wealth TV here because you're formulating a plan. I hope you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you got to click the link and say, Kris and Steven, get me a plan. Our team will get in contact with you and we'll give you a plan, because once you have a plan, you're going to start realizing that putting money into 401ks and IRAs, it's not just that they're bad, because we believe in low yield investments or low risk investments, but I don't believe in stupid. Okay, 401k is stupid. Can't touch, penalize you if you try, can't direct it, doesn't pay you dividends. Like, what kind of investing is that?
Like, who decided that this is a good idea?
I don't know. It's because it replaced the whole pension system. We could talk about the family farms.
A lot of you are asking questions and you want to know, sure, you keep talking about how 401ks are bad and IRAs are horrible, but what about the company match?
The match.
Oh,
the match.
It's like, I'll give you one and
you
earn one and I'll
free
give you another
money. Free Willy.
Free will. I don't know. So let's talk about the match. So will you ever actually see the match?
You'll eventually see the match, but you can't touch your money for a really long period of time. And it's true. Someone else is contributing. And when you factor that in, that is the reason why people are doing it. I want my maximum match. There's a principle that debunks the whole match, and it's called opportunity cost. Yeah. Now, it's an economic principle, and it basically says, what are you missing out on by the choice that you're making? Hey, my money, I'm getting a match. So I'm dedicating 3%, 5%, 7% of my money every year. I put it in my 401k. I get a match on up to 3 or 5% or whatever it's going to be, and that's going to be my retirement. First of all, broken, it'll never be enough, which means number two, you have to do something different. If you have to do something different, it's hard to do something different if you don't have the money with which you need to do the thing that is different. Does that make sense? So the opportunity cost is, what are you missing out on with the choice that you're actually making, which is, all right, if I wasn't contributing money in my 401k, where could I put it? Well, 401k, do the math! 401k is going to make me on average 4%.
Do the math.
And I've got the double. So let's just say that I'm doing, it's all factored in. Let's say I'm doing 6%. If you're doing real estate earning 12%, is that gooder? Because if it's gooder, then you need to take that into account with the decisions. But there's one other thing that makes it gooder. It compounds. One deal today earning 12%, 2 or 3 years from now could give birth to 2 more deals doing the same. And now my original investment is earning me 30 or 40%. Oh my gosh, I took Stephen and Kris's course on partnering. Then I started buying these properties, started using their money. Now I'm making an infinite percent. We'll try to assign an arbitrary value. I'm making 100% of my money, 200% of my money, 400% of my money. Is that realistic in real estate? Yeah. If you're going to use 401k as your lifelong retirement plan and you were to do the same thing in real estate and line those up parallel, you got to check out what we've got a special report posted on how 401k performs to real estate. You got to select the option to meet with Stephen to actually do a game plan. It's for people that have $35,000 or more and they're buying their first investment property. And we'll send you the reports and show you exactly what that looks like. And it's mind-numbingly different. One will never get you where you want to go, and the other one can get you where you want to go.
I want to take a little bit of a different angle on the match here, because although, yes, you may receive it, there are times where, no, you may not ever receive it. And I want to talk about that because we experienced this in 2007 and 8. We've talked about how these markets are cyclical, right? We experience these rises and we experience crashes as well. And if the markets are cyclical and the markets are constantly going up and down, then let's just talk about this mathematically, right? If you've got $1 and the market goes down 50%, what do you have?
If you have $1 and the market goes down 50 cents, you have 50 cents.
Okay, so if you got 50 cents and the market goes up 50% again, what do you have?
75.
Right, you don't have $1.
I didn't get my dollar
Right,
back.
you don't get your dollar back. So there's these.
So if the market goes down 100, I got to have the market go up 200% just to actually break even.
Right, so you've got these different fluctuations that you've got to be aware of, and this is really critical when we're talking about your 401k and your match, because your 401k is tied to the markets and it's tied to the fluctuations in the marketplace. And what happened with a lot of people in 2007 and 8 is they had their money, but they lost 40, 50, 60% of what they had. That match that they had, it didn't just go away, it went away, plus their own money that they put in, a lot of that went away too. So I'm just saying that there are instances where you may never see your match, but if that same money was in real estate, by the way, if that same money was in real estate that is paying you monthly, if that same money was in real estate that was giving you some amazing tax advantages, if that same money was in real estate that was growing and expanding over time, it would be a different outcome. That's a real retirement. That's a smart retirement as opposed to a stupid retirement.
All right, so let's just wrap this up on stupid versus smart. If you are going to use IRAs, annuities, 401ks, and traditional qualified funds and vehicles just like that, I'm just going to tell you right now, as long as you have done an appropriate financial allocation of how much you put into those, sure, then maybe those are just your savings buckets. But if you're relying on them to retire you, that's the problem. So by the way, if, for example, you're saving 10 or 20% of your income outside of your 401k, then keep your 401k. You're setting enough money aside that you can invest. But if you're only having enough that you got to choose, oh man, is 401k or actual investing that might win, then the choice is really simple. We hope that becomes more obvious for you. Keep the 401k, keep the IRA, keep all that. If you're an amazing saver and you're really good at allocating a lot of excess income towards investments that will actually make the difference in making enough money that you can be retired. And then that would be called smart. And that's how the retirement plan crumbles. It's been crumbling, it's gonna keep crumbling, but now you know it and you can do something about it. You've got options. Check out the link, hit up our website, see the nearly $1 billion worth of real estate that we've done, and let us show you what some of your alternatives look like that compound and grow and can take care of you and get you where you actually wanna go.